what tools you should have. The first, and probably the most important, is a security screw tool set. Here you've got all sorts of exotic screw heads, from three-pointed Phillips type screwdrivers to hexagon with holes in, star-shaped, all of these things. This will enable you to disassemble some of the electronics should you need to adapt it for being powered via your batteries. The second thing that you'll want, which you may not have, is a multimeter. This will help you not only diagnose problems, but if you're taking something that's mains powered and you're testing what DC voltages are used, you can use this to find out what DC voltages it's used. Again, many of your electronics are powered by a wall-mounted charger, and a simple DC goes off there. So again, you can use this to discover what the DC input of those devices is by taking the voltage off the charger. In theory, those chargers do have the writing of the voltage output and the number of amps it's capable of. The other tools that you will want is a sharp knife for stripping wires, wire cutters, and ideally a soldering iron and insulation tape. Just because you don't know how to adapt your equipment to use batteries doesn't mean that your neighbour or one of your relations is unable to do it, but they need the tools. On a slightly more technical side, if you have someone who can do this, you can buy things called DC-DC converters. These will take almost any direct current voltage from a battery and convert it to another voltage. So it will take 12 volts down to 6 volts, which is the USB thing, or maybe it's 3 volts that you need. These DC are adjustable. Again, you use the multimeter to adjust them to the right voltage. And they cost just a few pounds from electrical retailers, such as Farnell on the internet. In the ideal world, you have your own supply of electricity, and many of us can do that now. Solar panels are quite cheap, and if you combine it with a battery system, you can be grid-free relatively easy. Solar panels are quite cheap, and when combined with a battery, can make it possible for you to be totally off-grid and have pretty much everything working. I've just bought such a system for £1,800, which will give me enough power to keep my fridges and my TVs going, even on a cloudy day. So that's one of the key things when you're buying a solar system is to make sure that it's capable of providing power even when there's no grid. To be technical, a lot of solar systems are what's called grid following. They have to have the grid in order to know how to provide the AC current. A standalone system is able to make its own AC current to provide into the internet, into your power system. And a good installer will make it that it automatically switches over to your battery system when it's needed.